Hey, so in this video, I wanted to chat a little bit about something that I wish I knew before or when I was sort of like in the earlier stages of the twin flame path. I feel like it would have helped me a lot, um, moving through it. So, and that is to ignore your current reality. Ignoring the 3D reality that is, and what's happening in your world right now. And it might seem a little bit strange when you first kind of come across this concept. And you might have come across it before as well. There's a lot of people now that are chatting about this on, YouTube videos and things like that. But it is super helpful when we're going through this spiritual awakening and the twin flame path, because essentially what your 3D is, it's your past vibration showing up now in real time. So whatever your past vibrations used to be, and whatever your past beliefs were, and thoughts and all those sorts of things, um showing up for you now in your 3D reality. So everything that you're seeing now in your reality, and how your relationships are showing up, how your financials are showing up, how your whole world's kind of showing up, is basically what you've created through your past vibrations and through your past thoughts and through your past actions, because thoughts create things. Our thoughts create our world. So, the way that this ties into the twin flame path is that what I found was super helpful, and I found this sort of in the last stages of my path, but it was something that really helped me shift, into that neutrality and inner union. So it really was something that I utilized at the end of the path. But if I had known it, like I said before, I think, it may have helped a lot. So in regards to the twin flame path, ignoring what is going on with the DM, ignoring how that 3D reality is showing up for you, ignoring what they're doing, ignoring what they're saying. And when I say ignoring, I don't mean spiritually bypassing. We're going to look at the triggers that are coming up. We're going to look at what is coming up for you emotionally, and what is coming up for you to be transmuted, obviously. But in terms of what is coming up in your 3D reality, i.e., what they're doing, what they're, if they're with a karmic, or if they're with somebody else in the 3D, if they're, not showing up for you in this way and that way and the way that you want them to, if they're not being nice to you, if they're this and that, like whatever it is in your 3D reality, that is what we want to be ignoring, because this is a past vibration of you showing up now in your 3D reality. So, what I'm saying is, and what helped me through it, was ignoring what was happening in the 3D with the divine masculine. I still looked at the triggers that were coming up for me, because you can't not, and they are obviously part of the journey. And if we're not looking at them, we're spiritually bypassing. You can't not look at those triggers, otherwise you'll just keep, spinning around in loops. But ignoring how they were showing up in my reality, ignoring what I thought of them, and trying to change that perception of them as well. Because if you're having a perception of them in a certain way, that is how they're going to continue to show up for you. Yeah, basically ignoring what is coming up for you in the 3D realm. What's coming up for you, energetically, is coming through the higher self and coming through the soul, and that's what's coming up for you to transmute into love, basically. So what's coming up for you is coming up for you to transmute and to let go of it. So we're letting go of all these past perceived woundings, and all the traumas and all the things that we've held on to for so long. So that's what we're letting go of. We're not, so we need to be focused more on what's coming up for us and coming through the divine masculine, yes, not so much focused on how they're acting, what they're saying, what they're doing, and blah blah blah. We're just focusing on what is coming up for us to transmute. I hope that makes sense a little bit for you guys. So that was definitely, yes, like I said, something that really helped me get through the last stages. Maybe the last sort of 6 months of the journey, when I really got a grasp on that and really started to put it into practice. So I just wanted to share that because I found that it really helped me going through the journey. If you can get your head around that, it really will help you to get into a space where you can not look at the 3D so much and focus more on your path and what you're trying to transmute and what you're trying to eradicate out of your energy system to bring you back to balance, to neutrality, and progress into inner union. So yeah, I hope that really helps. Thanks for watching, guys.